So this is not a video that I'm really excited to make, but as you guys can tell by the title, it's true. I am moving my horses again. Okay, the lighting was really crappy down there, so we're gonna move up here. But yeah, as you can tell by the title, we're moving again. So I'm not proud to make this video or anything, and by the end of this video, you might be like, wow, this chick does not have her life together at all. And you know what? Maybe I don't. But it's just like something that needs to happen, and I'm probably not going to talk about like the whole story behind it, but I'll give you guys like a little rundown. And I don't want to move, like I wouldn't if I didn't have to, and moving is stressful. Like, it's stressful for me, and it's a lot more stressful for the horses. More so Soccer and Sugar, because Soccer and Sugar have been moved twice in like 10 years. And that includes this last move. Before this last move, they've been moved once in like years. Like, they never were moved ever. And the only time that they ever were moved was just to a new farm where it was just them. Like, they didn't have to adapt to a new herd or anything like that. And when I moved them to this barn, you know, it was very stressful for them. Like, I could tell they were having a hard time, and they still, they're low in the herd, and they just kind of hang back. And I mean, it was a hard transition for them because they don't adapt to new herds ever. So BB did okay with it because she's been moved around her whole life, but and I have to do it to them again, and I wish I could tell them I'm sorry. Like, I genuinely, like, I wish there was a way that I could tell my horses that I'm sorry. So as you guys know, like most of you guys know if you follow my channel, the barn that I'm at right now, I have 4 horses at. So I do chores for the barn owner 4 days a week to keep 2 horses there for free. So I pay for 2 of them, and then I keep 2 of them there for free. And for that, I just do chores for 4 days out of the week. And that was totally fine. Like, during the summer, it was like fine. I was doing good, and I was there all the time, and no big deal. And then I got a full-time job. And actually, I had a full-time job before I even moved them there, but like it was fine. I was balancing. I still had some free time, and it wasn't a big deal. So we were going fine, and then school started up, and it wouldn't be such a big deal if this semester I didn't have one class that's really, really hard. And so school started back up, and that brings me to where we are now. I'm balancing my horses, doing chores 4 days out of the week, a full-time job, school, and I'm on our local fire department, which takes up some time out of my schedule as well. Basically, right now, I'm like barely keeping up. I just like, I don't have time for anything. I think I was gonna get emotional, but yeah, I don't have time to do anything anymore, like anything. And I don't have time to do schoolwork sometimes. And I'm just at that point where I'm barely keeping up. Like, I'm just barely keeping up. Like, I'm getting stuff done and I'm doing everything, but it's taking up my whole life. Like, I don't ever have time to hang out with friends. I don't ever have, like, not that I have any, but like if I did, I have like 1 or 2, but I never have time to see them. I never have time to like go over and visit them. I never have time to visit family. I just barely have enough time to make this video. After this video, I need to get started on homework because I work today as well. And like, I just hardly ever have any time to do anything, which is why like on this channel, I have hardly been uploading at all because I'm constantly running. I've got 2 jobs. And so almost every day I work from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. at least 6 p.m. And then Mondays and Fridays, I work until 6 p.m. and then I have to go to the barn. So I don't get home until 8 p.m. because I have to do chores on that day. So I don't get home till 8 p.m. and then I sit down and I have to do schoolwork. Like I have to do homework, which I'll usually do for an hour, hour and a half. And by this time it's like 9:30 at night and I'm tired and I go to bed. And then I wake up the next morning and I do the same thing over again. And on Tuesdays, I have fire meeting. So if I work till 6 p.m., I have fire meeting at 7. And then I get home hopefully around 8:30 or 9. I will probably try and do some homework. Wednesdays and Thursdays are okay. But like Fridays, I have to do it again because I do chores on those days. And then Saturday and Sunday, I work every Saturday, so I get home at 6, I go to the barn, or I don't get home at 6, I get done at 6, I go to the barn, do chores, and get home at like 8 or 9. Sundays are the same if I have to work at Tyson's, which is where one of the places that I work. So like I never have time to do anything. I don't even have time to get groceries, you guys. Like I'm not even exaggerating for that. There are days when I'm starving when I get home and I just want to eat while I do homework, but I don't have anything to eat. Like there's nothing in my fridge or my pantry to eat because I don't have time to go get groceries. I really only eat when I have to or when like I have 5 minutes of time and I'm hungry, which I don't know. I'm not saying this to sound dramatic, but literally my mom has told me twice that I look really thin or that I look like I've lost a lot of weight, which I haven't noticed because I don't weigh myself, so I don't know. But twice she's told me that I look really thin and I've lost a lot of weight. And then this past weekend, we were visiting my boyfriend's family and his grandma told me that I look like I've lost more weight. And I'm like, I don't know, like maybe it's just the stress. Like, you guys, I'm really stressed. I'm stressed like all the time. And yeah, so I don't even have time to like take care of myself anymore. And like my mental health is just like I'm stressed all the time. And like there's so many things that I've missed out on. Like this summer, I didn't even go swimming one time. Not one time. I didn't even go camping one time, which is things that I've always done. And like this summer, like I didn't even have time to like just be a kid and just like relax for a couple days. And it's just like really taking a toll on me. And usually I'm the type of person to just like tough it out and just deal with it until it's over, but this is only like my 2nd month of school. So like I can't keep doing this until spring. Like it's too much. And so basically I just went to the barn owner and I asked her, hey, is it okay if I just cut down to 2 days a week doing chores? Because I did drop a class and because I just knew I didn't have time to do it. Like I already have 3 classes right now and 2 of them one is really hard. One of them's okay, it's time consuming, but it's not super hard, and the 3rd one's really easy. But I just knew that I didn't have time for another class, and I knew this class was probably going to be hard because it was a business law class. And I just know that I didn't have time to do another class on top of what I'm doing. And so I cut that out. But just to try and make myself more time and just more sanity, I asked her if I could just cut down to doing Mondays and Fridays instead of the weekends, and I could just do 2 days a week. But obviously, I keep 2 horses there for free, so I told her, like, I'll just pay you for the 3rd horse, and then I'll keep 1 for free if I can just do 2 days a week. She didn't like that idea, so I don't know the reasoning. She just wasn't a fan of that idea. So she basically told me maybe you should find another place to keep them. And I wish that I could just take them back home, because I totally would. I would just take them back home and it wouldn't be a big deal. And, you know, my dad always has told me, like, my horses always have a home there, and, like, if I need to bring them back, that's fine. Well, I asked my dad if I could bring them back, and he said no. Well, actually, he said probably, but he doesn't have any hay. We don't have any hay for them right now because I moved my horses this summer, which I was planning on keeping them there for a long period. Like, I wasn't planning to move them ever. I definitely wasn't planning on moving them 4 months after I brought them there. So my dad, we've always baled and farmed our own hay. We've always grown it and baled it ourselves. Well, this year, he let my uncle bale it, and so he got to keep half the bales. Like, it was just kind of a deal between them, and he got to take half of the bales home. Well, so my dad only has enough hay for the cattle, and you know, he just didn't expect like my horses to be coming back this fall, you know. So he didn't save any of that hay. So we don't have enough hay for 3 of my horses. And I don't even know if I would have been able to take 3 of them there, because if you guys know my past story, they don't want Bibi there because they don't want to take care of her. They just will take care of Soccer and Sugar. So, like, we just don't have enough hay. So I would have had to buy hay, which is fine, but hay is really expensive. Like, round bales especially, they're really expensive, and they're starting to get expensive this time of year because people are almost done baling hay. Like, maybe there's 1 cutting left, but they're about done baling hay. So what's baled and for sale right now is pretty much it for all winter. And I don't have a way to haul it. Like, if I were to buy some round bales, I don't have any way to haul it, so I would have to pay for delivery, and a lot of people don't want to deliver at all. So he doesn't have any hay, and they recently just built a pond, like a big 1-acre pond there. And so my dad is having to pull a whole bunch of fence and redo it, or just like, I don't know, he's just taking out a whole bunch of fence. So I think the cattle are in the horses' old dry lot. And so like there's not even a pasture or like just a place for the horses to be at right now. And so it's just not an option. So if you guys have been with me for a while, you know that Bibi was always kept at one of my friends' houses. And I had Soccer and Sugar at my parents' house. So, like, if you guys have been with me for a while, Chloe was over there for a while too. So you guys have seen that farm and that place. And that's where I'm going to be taking Soccer, Sugar, and Bibi, is over to her place, which she was able to match the price of what I'm paying right now, and I'm just going to help her out with buying hay. My dad is being really, really generous right now and is going to help me out a little bit with it until, you know, springtime or whatever. But this was just something like I didn't want to do, but I needed to do for my own sanity and for like just to take care of myself, you know. And I don't want to do it to my horses, but like she doesn't want me to do 2 days a week and pay for the other ones. I don't know why, but she just didn't like that idea, and I don't want to cause like any bad problems or like tension. I can't win that situation, so I just need to move them. And I'm gonna be keeping Sarah there. If you guys know my project horse, Sarah, she's gonna be staying there, and I'm gonna be just working the 2 days for her. But my other horses are gonna be moving. So they're gonna be moving this Friday. I don't know what day you guys will be seeing this, probably by Friday at least, but they're gonna be moving on Friday. I'll vlog it if you guys want, but I feel like you guys are probably tired of moving vlogs by now, but it needs to happen because I am swamped. I'm just swamped, and I'm worried that I'm gonna fall behind, and I don't want to take the risk of falling behind. And I feel like stupid even like having to admit, well, I gotta move my horses again, because it was a risk for me taking them there anyways. Like I was really hesitant to take my horses there just because I knew this wasn't going to be a forever spot for us, this barn, and I knew that it was going to be temporary. I knew that it was a risk, basically. I knew that this might not work out, but I'm going to take them there anyways. And I don't know. I knew that something like this could happen, but to be totally honest with you guys, I felt a little bit pressured into taking them there, which might sound ridiculous. Like, I'm an adult. I know I don't have to give in to peer pressure, but I did, and I just felt kind of pressured to take them over there. because like we had been talking about it, like what if I had my horses here, and yeah, so I just kind of felt like pressured to just take them there, and because that's where my business was gonna be happening, which my business is doing shit, you guys. Like, it's shit right now. Like, I've had one client this summer. I've had one kid come for lessons. Like, it's just been stupid. It's been stupid, basically. But yeah, and I knew it was risky, but I just did it anyway because I felt like I pressured to do it. When, in all honesty, I probably should have just left them at home. I probably should have just kept them at home and made do, but yeah, now that's not an option anymore. But I just need to do this for myself, and the horses will be okay. Like, they're gonna be stressed out a little bit from moving and from going to another farm with a new herd and everything, but they'll be okay. And I hope you guys can understand, but yeah, that's basically the story. What is this, a hair like sticking straight up? What the hell? That wasn't even the right one. Anyways, hope you guys understand, and let me know what you guys want to see down below. And I honestly think that this will be fun because my friend likes to ride, and she's got her horses, and hopefully we can ride together, and you know, it might be fun again to have someone to ride with and go places with. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.